I'm here today with a new business owner in Mueller. This is Rodrigo Cid, and he is the owner of Açaí Hut, which is where we are now. And we're going to learn a little bit about him and the business. So tell me all about it.
So the business started with the idea actually from my nephew, which is my sister's son.
Yeah.
He had spent.
What's his name?
Jader. Yeah, so back in 2014, he spent a year with me here doing a high school exchange program. So with that time, he learned about Austin and the culture, and then he went back to Brazil after 1 year, and then that's my sister, that's his mom. And then my sister, and I've been inviting my sister to move to the U.S. for a long time. I'm a citizen here, so I was like, we'll sponsor you and all that stuff. Anyway, she said, no, until okay, I'm ready to do something there, but I want to do a business because I don't want to just go there with no purpose.
Yeah.
And, okay, what are we going to do? And that wasn't until her son said, let's open a food truck. And I was like, okay, what kind of food truck? Açaí. And then...
what else?
Yeah. And then it was like February, we decided to be Açaí. March, I went there to Brazil, met them, came back, bought the truck. April, she moved here. In June, we started. Like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's quick.
Yeah, up 2016.
Yeah. So that was the food truck. How did you decide to come here?
Yeah, so we got, after we landed on the picnic, the very neat location next to Sokolic Park, we got a little momentum, we got famous, and people started inquiring about us, like, oh, you should have brick and mortar, da-da-da. Yeah. And then it was a funny story. I got an agent, like a retail agent, and then he knew Mueller, and someone in Mueller knew us, someone from Catellus.
Yeah.
And then we applied for it. And then the main reason about Mueller is the whole concept of it. We're a big fan of the domain. But what I think Mueller has different from the domain is what we're talking about now to earth, very chill people. It's very neat location. It's not too much, you know. So we love Mueller because we can be part of like wellness initiative and be part of the community. There's farmers market, so organic, and then we're implementing like a no waste program here. So there's a whole reason behind it. So once we learn about the Mueller project, we all fell in love with it. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. This place is great. It sounds like you fit right in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. I want to move here.
We'll work on that. Yeah. My husband loves it. He's gluten free.
Nice.
So he loves Brazilian cheese breads.
Yes. From Mueller, Brazil, who is also in the farmers market.
We love them. Yeah, they're fantastic. So tell me about acai. Like, what even is that?
So acai is actually a berry from Brazil. When I say from Brazil, it's because it's where it grows the most, the Amazon jungle. The trick is, what I learned recently is that the berry comes from the palm tree, a regular palm tree, but it's specific that will give the acai berry fruit. But it's a palm tree, and many times people have tried to grow it anywhere else to get the seed and grow it. The palm tree will grow, but the acai won't. The tree won't fruit it. So and some people are able to do it, and some people are able to grow the fruit. But in the most sense, where it grows, where they harvest, it's in the middle of the jungle. What God gave them, and they get it, and that's it.
Interesting.
So they really preserve it really well. It's everywhere in the Amazon jungle. There's acres, thousands and thousands of acres. So it wasn't until we got to meet a few of those folks that do business there, some American people actually that work with the co-ops there, with the local people, and we import the best quality acai. Yeah, we handpicked. Yeah, we went there, did the recipe. We partnered with someone local as well, Outlaw Imports.
Very cool.
So she's a friend of ours, and so we really chose our recipe. We chose the type of acai we want, and that's why it's delicious.
It's really good. Yeah. I concur. I definitely concur. So what do you think some of your most popular requests are?
So the bowls, right? The acai bowls are just beautiful. Everybody loves them. But we introduced something new to the store that we didn't have in the truck, and we don't have it in Austin, in Texas, if I'm not wrong. It's the concept of what we call the acai boat. So if you go to our menu, it's a big boat of acai.
Yeah.
The toppings are like 3 times more than we see in a bowl, 3 or 4 times more. So it's for a group of 3 to 5 people to share.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, we see a lot of family coming. We notice at the truck. Blend the sound just to add some flavor to the interview.
Yeah, absolutely.
So something that people, they love sharing. At the truck, we saw so many people buying a large bowl. Oh, can I get 4 spoons, 5 spoons? So we researched, Brazil started doing that down in Brazil, and they're like, oh, let's do that. So that's something new that only the Mueller location has it.
Very cool.
And it's started to pick up. People are enjoying that.
Yeah. And you guys use coconut shell bowls and spoons.
Oh yes, so that's part of our initiative of the zero waste. We partner with this company in Australia actually. He turns coconuts into coconut bowls. So they are made out of coconuts. And they have the Açaí Hut engraved. They made it for us. And so we bought I think 1,000 of those, so we're selling them as well. The incentive is if you buy the bowl, you get 50 cents off every time you come, and then we'll just swap it for you.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so we're going to market that a little bit more. We're partnering with them to put banners and stuff so people know about it. But that's, to me, it's huge. It looks beautiful. And we ask people to return them if they don't buy it, so we can reuse them. They can be rewashed. We don't put in a washer and dryer. We hot water wash it. So we love that idea. Yeah.
It's a great idea.
And the spoon too. The spoon
I know.
Yeah.
I ate some of that today.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. No, so just the family business.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's myself. I do most of the finance and the boring stuff in the back. Yeah. And then my sister, she's the face of Açaí Hut. So she's here at the truck. She's buying the fruits. She's negotiating with vendors, that kind of stuff. And then my wife Stephanie, who does marketing and a couple of the legal stuff. Whenever there's a document, she's good at writing, so we ask her to do that.
Future plans?
Yes. Definitely grow, but we don't want to be like just a franchise business that just stop popping everywhere with no purpose. We really want to be in places where we can be part of the community, where we can add value to it. And it sounds so cliche, but it really isn't, because you can, as we start making money in the business, you can start popping everywhere. You can franchise and pop it everywhere. And I think we start losing identity if you do that. So we're really careful with the locations we pick and the people we want to be around. We believe everyone should benefit from Açaí. I think it's for everyone. There's no restriction. But selecting that location is really something we want to do, and we will expand in Austin. I think it's a market that people not only need Açaí, but they want it. And for those who don't know what Açaí is yet,
You're going to tell them.
Oh yeah, we're going to tell them. They'll love it. Yeah. So Açaí, the main nutrition that it's famous for, it's the antioxidant.
Okay.
So don't quote me on the number, but it's about like 30 times more than a blueberry. So the
That's
antioxidant,
crazy.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
And the blueberry was right at the top of the chain.
Right.
So Açaí was just like boom.
Dang.
So that, like with that, they're doing researches on the fruit to learn about preventing cancer, preventing aging, preventing cells from damage, so on and so on. So there's a lot of research going on it right now. It's considered a superfood mainly because of that reason. But it's got protein, calcium, fiber.
I didn't know it had protein too.
Yeah, a little bit of it, but it has. Yeah, calcium, a lot of vitamins. Yeah. Our bowls can be considered a meal.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to tell people that. We're going to teach them because you can, if you don't feel like eating a burger or pasta or anything like heavy, and you don't feel like eating a soup or salad, something too light, acai could easily replace that.
It's like right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially our large bowls can definitely be a meal. Yeah.
That would be a lot.
Yeah, but if those don't want something too much, because a large bowl with protein like the chicken or something would be like 700 calories.
Well, that's nice.
That's a lot of protein and a lot of like fiber and stuff like that. So.
Great. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me. And anything you need, just give me a shout, okay?
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Yes, definitely will use it.